Hi and welcome to Rockin' the Planet. I'm Shane. I'm so glad you could join me tonight to help celebrate our great wealth of New Zealand musical talents. This week, live in our RTP studios, it's a musical feast, literally, from Wanganui with their hot new CD, a great band, The Blues Buffet, and then performing live for us in the studio, Tauranga's best kept secret, the B-sides, They Rock. But before we meet my VIPs, let's see who's been rocking the planet this week. Well, here's one for car enthusiasts. Car maker BMW is celebrating 100 years of business, and as part of their celebrations, they have rebuilt from the bottom up Elvis Presley's 1957 BMW 507. The car was found rusting away in an old barn where it had been stored for several decades. Elvis fell in love with the 507 when he was stationed in Germany, serving his 2-year stint in the army. He witnessed the then European hill climb champion racing the car in the south of France in 1958 and decided right there and then that he had to have one of those. The original color was feather white, but Elvis's car was covered in hot lip red kisses, scratches, and messages of "I love you, Elvis." So he decided to paint it bright red to disguise the damage done. It was actually just the 39th anniversary since Elvis's death last week, August the 16th. And I believe his 48-year-old daughter, Lisa Marie, she's having a problem with drugs and she's there in rehab at the moment, as well as doing the divorce thing for the 4th time. Poor lady, all that money and no fun at all. Anyway, we've got some fun coming up now, the rest of Rockin' the Planet. And my first VIB guest, I've got to say, the Blues Buffet. And I've got 2 of the guys coming up from Wanganui. I want to welcome Fred and Dusty Loveridge.
Hello, Shane.
Yeah. Good to see you both. Yeah. Thank you for coming all the way from Wanganui. You've just flown in this morning. And you're flying out again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, the Blues Buffet, let's get it right, the Blues Buffet. I mean, you guys have just been rocking your socks off. I love your brand new CD, the reality show. What's it like? You're from Wanganui. I mean, don't you feel a little bit isolated down there?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough, Shane.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I mean, how do you get things to work? And
we pretty much do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
Like all good Kiwi bands.
Oh, we do.
We work our butts off, keep above water. But I mean, you're in Wanganui, and as far as it's isolated to me, I couldn't live down there and try and cope with the music business. But you guys seem to do it really well.
Well, you've just got to travel. You've got to be prepared to travel.
Yeah.
And just get out there and do your thing.
And there's quite a creative thing going on in Wanganui at the moment. A lot of great musicians down there.
With the arts.
And you've got a great history, both of you. And now, you are both related, is that right, Loveridge? You're both...
We're brothers.
You're both brothers?
We're the Puku brothers.
Puku brothers, yeah. I think that's the new name of the... That's a good duo you guys could do.
Yeah.
Now, you play guitar.
Correct.
That's Fred. And Dusty, you play...
Bass.
Bass.
Yeah.
And
there's 2 others that are not with us. They missed the plane.
Yeah.
That's Paul Wilson on keyboards.
And harmonica.
And Adam Dixon on drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the history goes back, though. You've been playing for a long time now. You were telling me earlier in the green room before we started now that, Dusty, you used to take your young brother along to gigs at
Under my coat.
Ali Barber's in Wellington. Now, Wellington, that was a famous club. The Avengers played there.
Oh, yeah.
Classic 60s bands.
Yeah.
And you were a Wellingtonian for some time.
Yeah.
Tell me about starting off in Wellington. It must have been a tough gig for you in the 60s.
It was great musically.
Oh, fantastic.
Everything was happening. Yeah, it was great. You know, like my loyalties were split between Ali Barber's and Cuba Street and the downtown club where Quincy Conceive used to play. And if I went to Ali's on the Friday, then I'd go to the downtown on Saturday, or vice versa. Because I lived out in Tite Bay and I used to have to go past the downtown club to get home, so I'd get home about 4 or 5 in the morning. You know.
Yeah, and
Some
that's just
would be
going to see the gigs.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
now you
yeah.
actually became a member of the Quincy's for some time.
Yeah, yeah. I
Playing
was
bass.
in that band from 1973 to 76. It was the last official lineup.
Yeah.
And
Well-
then Malcolm Heyman and I formed Captain Custard.
Now that was a big band too through
Yeah.
the 70s.
Well, yeah. Not in size though. It was only a 4-piece. Yeah. Quincy's
Got a
was.
sense of humour still.
Yeah. Quincy's was way bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Malcolm, he wanted to downsize. You know, he wanted to downsize, and so we just had the basic 4-piece.
Yeah.
And we did popular album covers like the Eagles, the Bee Gees.
And of course, Malcolm Heyman, he was vocalist for some time for the Quincy concert.
Oh yeah.
The late, great Malcolm, who
Oh,
passed
legendary.
away.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were the house band for EMI Records
That's
in Wellington.
right. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Quincy concert. So you were playing with them for some time. Were you playing in bands before that?
Oh yeah. I started when I was 13.
Now you and Fred, I mean, brothers growing up, a musical family, obviously. Music was a big thing. Have you got any other family that were playing music at the time, or you just?
Well, the old man, really.
Yeah.
The old man was, he was a vocalist and recorded for Tanza, which was a very,
Tanza
very,
label.
which was a very
Yes.
early
Yeah. I
New
know.
Zealand label.
Orange label.
Yeah,
Tanza.
Yeah.
Tanza.
Very decorative.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
very
remember
decorative.
it.
And so he put out a few, the big horrible solid, you know, if you dropped it, it would break.
Big
you know,
vinyls.
yeah, those
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
But
78.
yeah. And
Shellac.
so he kind of was into it in a big way. But
What was his name?
Walter was
Walter-
our Loveridge.
Walter
yeah.
Loveridge.
Yeah, mate.
And
yeah.
he was out there doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
in the
the
rock
day,
and
of
roll
course.
era, really.
Yeah, and my mother's, her side of the family was all the Maori boys,
Yeah.
brothers and sisters, and so they were all musicians.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
So
kind
as
of,
you
I
just
don't
fell
know,
into
it
it.
kind of filtered down to firstly you, Dusty, and I followed suit because I ended up playing in all the bands that he'd moved on from.
And he was
Like-
busy
yeah.
carrying you into
Yeah, mate.
clubs under his shirt.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And so we had an uncle that was a trumpet player, and he used to have ring-ins all the time for his dances that he was playing in.
Yeah.
And Dusty passed through that same band, and I followed suit some years later, doing the same thing kind
Yeah.
of.
Because there's
Yeah.
9 years between us, you see.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't look it, does it?
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
It's not saying you look old. I'm saying
Yeah.
he looks younger.
Oh well. Me and Keith Richards. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what it was like. And so I basically kind of followed the same track that
Yeah.
Dusty took,
Pretty much. Yeah.
And I ended up playing with Malcolm too,
Yeah.
some years later.
Yeah.
Malcolm Heyman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malcolm. And so it was kind of.
Yeah. So Dad must have been very proud of you. See you boys taking over.
Well, we ended up in the same line. Well, once Quincy's folded, eventually in 76, was it?
76.
Yeah. Malcolm kind of, like Dusty was saying, he downsized the whole band to just a 2-guitar, bass, drums
Yeah.
kind of lineup. And after the first guitarist, which was fabulous, Don Burke, great guitar player, he took off, and I moved in and took over the
Took over
slot.
his reins.
Yeah, and I was 17 in those days back then.
So
And,
how come there was a big move to Wanganui then? From you were in Wellington based, you were playing in the bands there, obviously Wellington based. How
Yeah.
come you ended up in Wanganui? Was that just getting married or family? Or
Oh yeah, bit of all that. Yeah.
Hometown, yeah.
It was your hometown.
We kind of
Yeah.
returned. Well, I did anyway. I returned. I was a bit sort of burnt out for a wee while there, and I sort of just returned home. And it was a good scene then too. The scene had sort of, for music, had kind of
In Wanganui?
resurfaced again, and there was gigs everywhere there, and all the pubs and all the bars were live, and so it was kind of a nice spot to just recharge the batteries and
Yeah.
hang out for a while and form some new bands and blah blah blah, and you know.
Now, like you've got the four of you now that have been together for some time, quite some years. The four mainstays in the band now.
Yeah.
Is it four of you?
Yeah. For,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been together for a long time, all Wanganuiites, if I may call you that.
Yeah.
Well, I just have to say, I mean, this Blues Buffet reality show album, the new CD,
Yeah.
is amazing. It's been in my car for a week.
Good.
And the test is, you know, when your partner, my partner, Margaret, she says, usually, can you take that off now? Can we play something decent? You know, because I always listen to everybody's music in the car.
Yeah.
And it's the test. She actually said, this is a good band. I like this music. But I've got to say,
old
you've
Margaret.
covered a lot of genres. You don't just play, it's not a blues band as such. As the name suggests, you're a blues band. But it's actually very well constructed songs. The music's fantastic. Is everybody in the group writing?
Yep. Well,
Would you write as a duo, the two of you? Do you write together?
Well, sort of. We've tossed around a few ideas, but Dusty brings his own songs to the table.
Yeah.
I have done that myself as well, and Paul's done that, our keyboard player, and we've collaborated on a couple of things as a band.
Yeah.
But by and large, we sort of just have brought our own songs to the table and have just basically left it to each individual to interpret it how they want.
Yeah.
And when it sounds really good, we just leave it as is. And
That's
that's
some
what's
great
happened.
production. You recorded it in Wanganui?
Yes, that last album.
It's got to be a tribute to the guy.
Yeah.
He's done well.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
your producer?
Richard Littlejohn, who is, I think I might have
Deserves
mentioned.
a lot of credit.
Yeah, mate. He writes some fabulous songs himself.
Yeah.
He's a great player, and so we've co-produced it between us
The
four
band.
and Richard. Yeah.
No, it's world class. I love it, and I
Thank
love
you.
the thing that it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just blues, and there's so many great hooks in there. Every song's got a hook, you know,
Yeah.
wonderful hooks.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to one of your tracks now. You've done a video on
Okay.
your great songs,
Yep.
and I love this video. Can you tell me where is it the video recorded? Because it's a little theatre stage. or
Well, I'll
something.
tell you what it was. It's where I work during the day
Okay.
at Wanganui High School,
Yeah.
in the music department there.
So it's in the music department.
Well,
of
it's,
Wanganui High
well, it's
School.
not in the music department. It's in the hall. And what we did is we thought, well, we used the stage, but we turned everything sideways, and we shut the curtains, and we shut off the drama department, and here we are on the stage,
Yeah.
basically, and we set up a couple of cameras and pretty much
And
just
performed.
did it.
And what was the song called?
She dressed me up.
She Dressed Me Up. It's from the new album, The Blues Buffet. It's called Reality Show, and this is the song, She Dressed Me Up. Check it out.
Baby takes my necktie, she chooses my pair of pants. About my bright green slinky shirt, 'cause all she wants to do is dance. I know she's got my number, she damn well got my heart. She folds it like a piece of paper and she throws it like a dart. I'm holding on by my fingernails till my face is turning blue. I really am quite different when I compare myself to you. Oh, you dress me up, just to dress me down. So dress me to a deadly kill while I'm in the lost and found. Oh, she dressed me down so she can mess me up. I got no sensible idea how to make her stop. Got to make her stop. She takes my scarf and my shoes and socks and she puts them all on ice. She never ever gives it any thought if she ever does think twice. Can hear the blues when she starts to loose my zipper underwear. She has me wrapped around a pretty finger and she make it out, I don't care. I'm holding on till the thrill is gone and it's past the use by date. She can trade me in for a deadly grin even though she's running late. Whoa! She dressed me up just to dress me down. She dressing me to a deadly kill while I'm in the lost and found. Whoa! She dressed me down so she can mess me up. I got no sensible idea how to make her stop. How to make her stop.
She Dressed Me Up, The Blues Buffet. I love that video. It's so cool. I mean, you know, it could be termed as uncool. And because it's uncool, it's so cool. I just
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it. I just love
Well,
it.
it's just the band.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't. But I just love the video.
That's what I mean about we've
It's special.
We've had to do everything ourselves.
DIY.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. But the music is there, and that's the main thing. And the album is cool. And that's the opening track on the CD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reality show. Now, we can buy the CD.
And hard
Like-
copy, yes.
Hard
You can
copy.
buy it. Where? In Auckland. We can buy it in Real Groovy.
You can get it at Real
In
Groovy
Auckland.
Records.
Southbound Records.
with Rog down there. He's-
Please go and check it
Yeah.
out, everybody, because it is so well worth going to get.
And in
Can you get
Wellington?
it on iTunes? And
Yes,
things like
you
that?
Yes,
can do all
iTunes.
that download
Yeah.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
in Wellington, Slowboat
Slowboat
Records.
yeah.
Yeah.
Down
So
Wellington.
it's available.
RPM in Cuba Street.
Okay, now if the guys want to come along and see you play these tunes, are
Yes.
you doing some gigs in the very near future?
Yeah, we were hoping to get up to Auckland actually very soon.
I'm hoping to see you
Before
up here. I'll
Christmas,
be there.
maybe after Christmas. We're doing some stuff. We're doing some beach carnivals in the Taranaki in the
Yeah.
new year, January.
Great.
So we'll just have to we'll announce those on our Facebook
As you go,
page.
yeah. And you've got a page now. It's
Yeah, Facebook
under the
page.
Blues Buffet
Yeah.
Facebook page. So check it out.
Yeah.
You really will be impressed with these guys' music, and I can't sing their praises enough. I am a huge fan,
Oh, good
and I
on you,
don't think
Shane.
the record's going to come out of the car stereo for at least another couple of weeks anyway.
That's
man. It's
great.
getting a real
On rotate.
thrashing.
Give it a right
It's getting a
thrash,
real
yeah,
thrashing.
yeah.
Okay.
Good on you.
And I really appreciate you coming up all the way from Wanganui.
No, it was nothing.
Just down the track.
Get up here very soon and show some Aucklanders it's just what you're made of.
Oh,
And
cheers.
too
bring
right.
some of your
Yeah.
good solid rock and roll up here, right?
Too right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
It's a
Shane.
real pleasure having you.
Nice one, Shane.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Blues Buffet, the Blues Buffet. Welcome back to Rockin' the Planet, and now it's time to jazz it up. Presenting the Auckland Jazz Orchestra. Wow, 17-piece orchestra. The vocals of the gorgeous Caitlin Smith. She'll be singing some great jazz standards. It's on the 30th of August, Tuesday night. Be there, 7 p.m. Show starts at 7:30 sharp. The Auckland Jazz Orchestra, yes, at the Auckland Jazz and Blues Club. Be there. Now it's time to meet my next very special guest, VIPs they are, all the way from Tauranga. I want to talk to two of the B-sides. Explain that, we will in a while. But anyway, I have on my right Simon Elton
Evening, Shane.
and Paul Parkhouse.
Good evening, Shane.
Yeah, I got
It's
your
a
name right
pleasure
too.
to be
How's
here.
that, Paul?
That's great.
It's good to have you here. Guys, thank you
great.
for coming all the way from Tauranga.
perfectly
Thank
good.
you
for
sunny
inviting
Tauranga.
us.
Yes, lovely. Now, you're a blues band, basically, I would say.
We are, but
B-sides?
we get our influences from 40s, 50s, 60s music. So there's a little bit of country in there, there's a little bit of rockabilly in there, as well as blues, and a little bit of pop in there too.
I did a concert with you guys at Makatu.
That's right.
Way
Correct.
back in the last summer.
Yes. That's right.
And you were a good time band, I reckoned. I thought
Yeah.
perfect for it was a sunny day by the beach. You guys were playing and I was happy. I had a glass of wine in my hand. And I was a merry old fella. so
You did, you
It's
did.
that sort of band. The
It is a
attitude's
good
there.
band, yeah. It's songs that you haven't heard for a long time, but jog the memory banks.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
they take you back to an earlier period.
But they are definitely good times.
They're
And the
all
band really
very
gels. I mean, how long's the band been together now?
10 years? I think we've been together
about
officially
a
10 years, a
decade.
little
Yes,
longer yeah, really. yeah. But officially 10 years. In Yeah, that time we've yeah. done 6 albums and Yeah. covered a lot of ground really. Yeah.
You really have.
Yeah.
And you've been based in Tauranga all this time.
Correct. Yes.
So you really are their best kept secret.
Yeah,
down
but
in
we
any which
will
way.
be in Auckland this weekend, of course.
Of course,
That's
we've got a
right.
great weekend
Yeah,
coming
yes,
up. We've got
yeah.
a Bo Peep reunion.
That's Yes, right. yes.
If anyone remembers, Auckland had a club called the Bo Peep, and a lot of people played there, especially the Human Instinct and various bands. But I think actually Morris Greer from the Human Instinct was one of the owners.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
he
yes,
and
yeah.
Frank, his
And
brother.
then Tommy Adderley had Granny's, which was
Yeah.
operating from the same premises as well. So
And that's a bit of a celebration of all the nightclubs in Auckland. It's a
exactly,
reunion.
yes. That 70s period was a wonderful period to be here in Auckland.
Yeah, and this is going to be at the King's Arms.
At the
Now,
King's
That's
Arms.
right.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are opening for the
That's
gig,
correct.
is that
Yeah,
right?
we're the band that's giving the other musos who are coming along the opportunity to go and socialise
I'll be
around there. Yes, we're looking
Excellent.
forward to seeing you there.
With a red wine?
Yeah.
Of course.
Excellent.
I wouldn't go to anywhere
Yeah.
below my. I wouldn't go anywhere without a red wine, mate.
So we'll be playing songs that you go, wow, I haven't heard that one for years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Songs you know and love.
Yeah.
It's just good
All
melodies.
Those old classics. Plus some Kiwi songs. We're very, very strong on keeping
We are.
the Kiwi influence in the
Yeah,
music.
that
So
is lovely.
So we've
And our
got
own.
the Underdogs in there. We got a Johnny Devlin song in there. We got La Di Da's in there.
yeah.
You know.
That's it.
The history of New Zealand rock
The
and roll, basically.
history
Pretty
of New
much,
Zealand's rock
pretty
and roll.
much.
Yeah.
Now you've got
indeed.
some history yourself in New Zealand rock and roll. I mean, Simon, I thought you were a Tauranga boy, but you're born and bred in Blenheim.
I grew up in Blenheim. I
From the
came out-
mainland?
Yeah. Came out with my family from the UK when I was 8 years old, and grew up in Blenheim. Got a wonderful opportunity to see lots of acts coming through in the 60s there, along with your band, of course, the Australian Pleasers.
That's a long time
Saw
ago.
you there, saw you come through
67?
later on. Yes, 67 that was. February 67, I looked it up in my diary. And but of course later on when you had success there with St Paul and came through on tours
The late
then.
60s.
Yeah. 69 I was
Yes.
up in Auckland here. I got the opportunity to play alongside you, Rangitoto College.
Oh,
Back in the day, yes, you were backed there, and we were on the bill with the Apparition.
Wow.
And
You've got a great memory.
Yes.
Just,
It's
I used to keep
unreal.
a diary. doesn't
yeah,
it?
well,
See,
it
so
does. It
much
means
has
I
gone
can
past.
just go back, and that just jogs the memory back.
Yeah.
So
Unreal.
yes, over the years we've bumped into each other. In the 80s, I worked for Benny Levin, the late Benny Levin,
yes.
at New Music Management, and so I had a lot to do on the business side with the industry
Oh,
then.
okay. Did you?
Because
Because Benny managed people like he had the Cray Scotts
Yes.
and the Revival, I think. Larry's Rebels.
Larry's Rebels, yeah, and the
And
Challenge.
Larry, when he went solo.
Yes.
The Challenge.
The Challenge.
The Crunch.
You were backing. You were backing band.
Yeah, I
that
toured
time.
with them on
Yeah.
a couple of tours. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wonderful story. I
Yes.
love all those
Yeah,
times.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, you two are dynamic together these days, and
Yeah,
that's
that's-
you bond, you know, and you play
Yeah.
great music, and you've got a self-penned song you're going to play for me.
Yes.
Correct, yes.
Did you write it together, you two?
Well, in this particular instance, Paul came up with the lyrics,
Yes.
which will often be the case, and brought along to me and said, "What do you think of this? Hey, this is good." And I put the music together, and next thing we had this short, sharp song,
It's great. I
all
love
about Remuera.
And the Cowboys.
Remuera Cowboy. Here they are.
I'm a Remuera cowboy. I'm gonna join the rodeo. I'm a Remuera cowboy. Soon everyone will know. I'm gonna work real hard with my cell phone and credit card. You know, I don't know nothing about number AY. This Remuera cowboy can't even change the time. I can't ride a horse or milk a cow or cruise around in my four-wheel drive. I got Top Twins on the CD, Country Touch on the TV. I'm a Remuera cowboy trying to stay alive. I'm a Remuera cowboy, gonna join the rodeo. I'm a Remuera cowboy, soon everyone will know. I'm gonna work real hard with my cell phone and credit card. I got Top Twins on the CD, Country Touch on the TV. I'm a Remuera cowboy, trying to stay alive. I got Top Twins on the CD, Country Touch on the TV. I'm a Remuera cowboy, trying to stay alive. Oh yeah. Ha ha.
But if you want to play music like we do here on Rockin' the Planet, you go along to the Music Education Centre. It offers lessons for people of all ages, child or adult, it doesn't matter. The Music Education Centre have centres right across Auckland, and they are more than happy to help you choose whatever instrument suits you. Give them a call right away on 0800 893939 and start making your own music. The Music Education Centre. And now back to my VIP guests. Remuera Cowboy, yes, the B-sides. I love that song. We're 3 days away. We've got 3 days to go.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon, it's starting at 3, isn't it?
3 o'clock.
Yes,
in
At
the
3
the
o'clock.
afternoon,
King's
yes.
Arms in
Yeah.
Newton. You can't go wrong. Great pub, great rock venue. And you guys are playing.
We're going to
there.
open the show. We'll be
Yeah.
doing a couple of sets there, playing some classic songs.
Can we mention who else is going to be on the show?
Well, we hope to see Morris Greer and the
Legendary.
Yes,
Yeah.
and other members of the Human Instinct I know are coming along, and
Fingers crossed.
so I think we're going to
Be
see a
huge.
little jam session coming up at,
Right.
as the afternoon progresses.
And it is a Bo Peep reunion.
It
That's
is.
The club,
$10
the old
$10
club.
on the
Yeah.
door,
Yeah, easy.
and
Yeah.
That's nothing.
It'd be a great day.
Less than what it
Yeah.
cost them.
Well,
Buy
it's
a
an
drink.
opportunity for all those people to get together that probably
Rub
haven't
shoulders.
seen themselves for years and
Yeah.
come in and say
Okay, now
hi
you've
one
got-
more time.
I've got to rush you because, time is of the essence here, but you also have the B-side band CD. Now, this is the latest. This is the
is.
latest one. It's
Yep.
all self-penned songs by both of you.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And it's called Fast Forward. I love the album. Who did the artwork? That's a great piece of
my
artwork,
partner
that.
Isabel, she does all our
Oh, yeah?
covers. Yeah,
Okay.
very
Well,
nice
so,
work. Yeah.
My compliments to the
Yeah.
artwork. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah.
And it looks like Tauranga. It's got the vibe going.
Yeah.
It's actually the mount, isn't it?
It is the
Yes,
mount.
yes,
Absolutely.
that's the mount,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
We have a
Sure enough.
website.
Not just a
if
pretty
people
face.
want to check us out, and we have a Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
So look up the B-sides, and besides that, get down to the King's Arms
Yes.
this coming Sunday. It's going to be absolute. It's going to be packed. Be early because I know I'm going to get down there and I'm going to party hard. And I know there's a lot of old buddies coming over from Melbourne and
Excellent.
different areas. We're all going to join in the fun. So we're going to have a big day.
That's
this
be a
coming
wonderful
Sunday.
afternoon.
I love it.
So look out for it. The B-sides. Thanks, guys, for
Yeah.
coming.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to have you here,
Our
man.
pleasure.
Thank you, mate.
We'll look forward
Our
to seeing you
pleasure.
soon.
Thank you
Yes.
very
See you
much.
Sunday. Well, we've run out of time. It's that time again. I want to thank my very special guests, the Blues Buffet, and of course, the B-Sides from Tauranga and Wanganui. Got to say, it's great to have people joining us from all over the country. Anyway, I'll be back, same time, same place next week. And until then, you keep on rocking.